right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Combos at Brunch. I'm your host, Gladarius Loval. We've been gone for a few weeks, so we're going to come back strong with this topic. This one is about struggle. And I'm going to go right into the introductions. We'll start off with the Mona Lisa. Just muted.
Yeah, I was like, I just muted myself. Hey, y'all, it's Mona Lisa. I am, back. Did a little, I don't know, I've been working and traveling a lot. So I've been a little MIA, but we back at it. Happy to be here. Let's talk about it.
Okay. All right. We'll go with J Smooth Be Easy. How was your week? How has things been?
Oh man, it's been it's been good. I don't have an issue. I think I've just been working a lot, so anytime I have a break, I'm home. And these the days that I'm off or get a chance to be off, I try to just stay at the crib, try to help out. Be a good husband.
Yeah. All right, I guess I'll go next.
Yep, you go ahead and go next.
So, yeah, I've been having a really good week. Everything's been good. Just working, trying to make sure that I allow myself some grace and not be hard on myself when it comes to work or whatever. But other than that, I had a great week. Halloween is around the corner, so it's always good to do the activities with the kids, the little trunk or treats and things like that. Yep.
That's good. That's good. I had a long 3 weeks, so they've been busy at work. So I'm hopefully this week will slow it down, but the last couple been a little bit busy. So I've been all over the place. So hopefully it'll slow down this week. But anyways, we're gonna start off with an icebreaker that show no
Wing.
emotion.
I
Hmm.
actually want to start with something different.
All
Sorry.
right, well, this is your episode. Go ahead and run it.
So, since we are talking about how our weeks are going, I was just thinking that everyone, if you could think of one song or album or whatever that would describe your week this week or how you've been feeling or like your mood, your attitude or whatever, if you could describe it with one song or album or whatever, what would it be? So I'll go first to give you guys some time to think. So I have Rod Wave up on here, and he dropped the album like 2, 3 weeks ago, and it's called Nostalgia. So I think that's kind of like my mood or whatever because I have been listening to his album all week. But I also feel like I've been like trying to transition and going back to certain things that like are like nostalgic, like remind me of like how I was raised or whatever. Like hence the no aluminum deodorant. Going back to that, I'm gonna try to like increase my vitamin intake and be a little more natural. Because like my mom was very much more. I think like all our parents had more like rooted natural traditions and things like that. So yeah, that would describe my mood for the week. It's like nostalgia, just going back to like things that I've always done that worked. Anybody else?
Sounds good. Um,
Sure.
I think mine would probably be it's a song by Don Tripp. You know I'll be listening to Don Tripp, but it's called Skyfall. It's about pretty much in the song. He's pretty much saying like you know what I'm saying how he got to go through a lot. You know what I'm saying to do deal with a lot of stuff to hold up his family, and then he still got to keep his chin up at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying and just hold it all on his shoulders and just bear and grin. So I think that've been the last 3 weeks. That's probably been the song that I've been playing the most. Anybody else want to hop on? She
Dang,
did
this
put
sounds a
everybody on the
little
spot though.
hard. Yeah, this sounds a little hard. Is
Just
John
how you been
touch your
feeling?
thinking face?
How you been feeling? Your mood or whatever.
I
Like
guess
let's see.
I'll go to like Scissor Snooze since I started dating somebody. That's been my vibe. That's I would say use that to describe.
You're muted,
Hopefully,
Jodner. I muted you.
hopefully all the lyrics are good because SZA be having some random hoish things in her songs, but I believe that's the one.
Was it an album or a
No,
song?
it's just a song. That's just a song off her latest album.
Okay. What's it called again?
Snooze. You've heard
Snooze.
it. It plays on the radio.
It's on the
Or
radio,
plays
right?
off. Yeah, it plays often.
I think I heard it.
I cannot lose.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I like
It's the
that. I like
background.
that song.
It's the vocals for me.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh God. Go ahead,
All
Jodner.
right, Johnny, go ahead.
Am I muted? I don't know. I don't.
No, you're good.
You good?
That's a tough question. I realized though, all of you guys started answering as if the question was, "What have you been listening to the most?" Doesn't sound like you were answering the question. You said, "How's your week?" Your
Hey,
week
what?
in a song.
That describes my week. What are you talking
Your
about?
week.
We all
Your week.
described our week.
That's how I've been feeling. This is how my week has been.
Cliff, I had to get on
Go
Cliff
ahead.
because Cliff says that's what I've been listening to. And I'm like, listening to?
Yeah, for the last 3 weeks.
And he
I've been
said the
throwing it in
past 3
rotation.
weeks he's been busy, so that
Yeah.
describes his past 3 weeks.
Okay.
We need
I
to
just wanna-
listen. What did he
I'm
Listen,
listening. I'm listening
listen.
because it's like
Use
feel
it.
like-
Use it.
right. Okay. My song would be my song would be Jamie Foxx, Get This Money. You see?
I don't think I heard of it, but
You didn't think you heard of it?
you gotta sing it to me.
Unpredictable. No, I'm not gonna sing it to you. I don't want to ruin it. It's just but Jamie Foxx, Get This Money is a dope song. Yes.
I've never heard that in my
I've
life.
never heard
What?
it, so I
What?
don't know what it is.
Can somebody put that up? Because,
I mean, the
baby,
title sounds strong. You get what I'm saying? I can fuck with the title.
Jamie Foxx, Get This Money. Oh my!
Can you play a
from my
snippet
era.
from something?
Oh my god! Okay.
Can somebody play a snippet?
I'm gonna find
Can
it.
we get that clip?
It sounds like a slow R&B song. It is. But the lyrics is I don't know. Get this money. It's just what I've been doing. Very sensual. You know.
Cut it! Cut it!
Cut it. You gotta get to
Cut it!
you gotta get to the chorus.
Sounds good.
Do your
Cut it.
homework. That's a great song.
It sounds
That is a
good.
great song. Jamie Foxx.
Is that on his Unpredictable album?
Yes.
I heard that song because when it started playing, I was like, "This does sound familiar," and that was a good album.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a
Very
good album.
good album. So
I'll listen to it.
I'll have to give it a listen too.
I'll have to listen to it.
Y'all never listened to the Unpredictable album by Jamie Foxx?
No.
Oh no, that was a good album.
2007?
I heard the songs
2006?
that they came out on the radio with, but besides
The
that,
album was
I
really
listened to the whole
good.
The album.
Yeah, that was a good album. Jamie did his thing. I ain't gonna lie on that one. I think
I
that's
like
the
Jamie
only
Foxx's
one.
singing his artist era. I'm not gonna lie. He was in his bag.
Yeah, that's the album with "Blame It on the Alcohol." All that stuff was
Mhm.
on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Hmm.
But but thank you, John. You know,
Yes, you put us on, and now I gotta go listen.
no, but thank you guys for engaging in that. I thought that was cute. It popped up in my head when we were talking about like our weeks and stuff like that. So the icebreaker that we have is a video that I saw on IG, and I actually shared the video with Cliff. But just in case the video does play really quick, I'm gonna just give you like a background about it, and maybe we can play it twice if needs be. But pretty much the video is about a pastor, and he's speaking about men and how men choose their wives, and how a lot of the times men will go and choose someone that they feel like will bring them the most peace. And when he says peace, he's meaning like the person that they feel is not going to bring no drama, not going to cause, like no arguments, going to let them do them, someone that's not going to challenge them. And he was pretty much saying that that's like a mistake. That's not something that men should do, because you should want someone that and be in a relationship with someone that's going to challenge you. And sometimes men equate drama to when it's really accountability, really like it's someone holding you accountable, but you equate that to the woman being dramatic or she's causing drama because she's pretty much trying to challenge you to be a better person. And a lot of men settle for women that just let them be and do whatever they want to do instead of getting someone that's going to challenge you. So go ahead and play the video clip. Know of people that are similar to this, like don't really, they favor people that are going to basically argue, like challenge them the least, like he said in the video.
I think he was about to say argue, man. That's exactly what we don't want. But I don't know if I want to say agree with it because I think we was getting started on the conversation yesterday. And I was like, I don't think it's not the challenging of the person. It's more of like just being disagreeing to just be disagreeing. You know what I'm saying? Disagreeing with stuff just for no reason. Like I don't think most dudes don't mind that somebody challenging them and trying to push them up because they're gonna try to challenge and push themselves up anyways. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's just that, oh, Beam, I say something, bro, and you just gonna argue just to argue, like you was about to say argue. Like I think it's just causing arguments. That'd be the issue. I don't think people don't mind challenges. Most men. That's my perspective on it.
What's the question?
I don't know.
What do you
You
think
gotta
about
answer the
the
question.
video? What do you think?
So what I think?
Do you agree?
I was a little distracted because I didn't know if his glasses was upside down. Like, not gonna lie, that's how I was looking. Like, is it? I think that's the fashion. It's just, I agree because that whole she was there, she was there. That just sounds like a man who was going through something and the girl was present, so now she's earned her way to continuously be in his life, but more. That's unfortunate because I wouldn't want to make a decision like that. It feels somewhat settling, or no, that's just the best option because that's just what's been present. That's why I say I agree, but I don't want to agree, I guess. I don't know, but I don't have my reasons yet. That's why I was like, what's the question? I don't want to believe that that's the case, but that I've seen a lot of, because I didn't make my decision like that. Like who's been present, no, I chose, and I didn't want to choose off of just the feeling either. Like, oh, I feel like this person. Like, no. What is this person, when the spotlight is on them and when the spotlight is off them? Do I want this person present in my life? Like, what are they giving me? Because some people change characters on you. They're with you a certain way, and then when the light switch off, their true motives come out or their true intentions come out. So that's why I said I don't want to agree, but I'm patient enough to wait. That's the biggest thing, is for those guys who did choose like that, was that woman pressuring like, hey, you got to the end of this semester to make a decision. So now they weren't patient enough to wait to be like, is this person? Or I only got like 2 more days before she either is in or she's out. So it's either I choose her or I don't. So I don't know, a lot of thoughts come to mind.
I mean, I agree with that too. That point you said, hold on, let me mute you real quick. The point you were saying, okay, about them pretty much being with the girl that's shooting in the gym with them, you feel me, dog, and then actually, like settling with her, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think that's something wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if it's somebody that's been there for you and reciprocating all the stuff that you putting out there, you know what I'm saying, that is probably gonna be, you feel me, the best one for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else are you gonna find that actually do reciprocation like that? So I'm thinking me and Shirley had a conversation earlier in the car today. I was like, as long as somebody is like, I'm giving some and you giving some, you feel me? We not just one person on the one end feeling drained and then the other person is getting benefit, bro. Like, I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. And then you settle for, I don't want to say settle, but because settle sounds wrong, but you stay with the person that, hey, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got no issues. It ain't too much stress over here. And you know what I'm saying? Like, she been with me in the gym. I think there's nothing wrong with it.
I think
That's the part I do agree with.
I think, and I'm glad that y'all started to focus on that perspective of the video versus what I was talking about, like holding the accountability, because I think like a lot of people think that loyalty equals success in a marriage and all that, because people just don't want to be like cheated on or whatever. So you think about monogamy. And I think sometimes a man can be with somebody, like I'm pretty sure you guys have had someone like that know that person is your go-to person. They're gonna hold you down no matter what. They're gonna be there for you. You can always call on them. They're gonna come through or whatever. But you didn't have that emotional connection with them. And I feel like a lot of men, and that girl sticks around or whatever because she likes you or she has that emotional connection. So she's always going to be there or whatever. And I think eventually a lot of men will be like, oh, okay, well, let me settle with her because she's always been there from the beginning. But you
See,
never really had that emotional connection. There was something that she was lacking, but because loyalty is so important, you choose loyalty over the other maybe red flags that you overlooked because she was the most loyal. You know what I mean?
I get what you're trying. I get what you're saying. I think that's just an issue more of like men that's trying to like still be like on that player shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a girl that's doing for you and got your back, always there for you, you know what I'm saying? Pull you up, you know what I'm saying? Give you advice, give you some, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. That's most likely, you know what I'm saying, that the person that you should marry, you know what I'm saying? But you probably still want to be out there doing some shit and then keeping her on the back burner type stuff. But I don't think it's never a type of settling thing, because that's really supposed to be the person you like. That's the kind of girl you need to marry. You know what I'm saying? Those are
So then,
marriageable type girls.
so then why not just pursue that? Why put her on the back burner and keep doing your other stuff with the
Young
chances that
nigga,
she might leave or be gone or get
young
taken by
nigga,
someone else? Because I
young
feel
men,
like if
bro.
it's somebody that y'all really want to lock down, y'all lock them down. You know what I
Young
mean?
men, young men. You know what I'm saying? If you, especially if you young, you're gonna try to keep the thing going as long as you can, bro. As long as you can. And I still got her here, and she's still fucking with me. And then I'm gonna keep on pushing, pushing. And if she ain't seen nothing wrong with it, she's just my friend or whatever. She don't see nothing wrong with it. She know all my demons, all that extra stuff.
But how
And then
much
I can still
respect
get my
do you
rocks
have
off.
for her? How much
Hmm?
respect are you gonna really have for her? Because she's been sitting there watching you getting your rocks off, and she's sitting there being old faithful.
How
Like,
is she old faithful though? Like she would be a friend in this situation, right?
oh, I was just saying, like someone that's like loyal to you, like always there for you or whatever, because she probably has the emotional attachment or whatever, which is why she's there for you. But you're
Mhm.
still off doing your own thing, and you're gonna keep her here because of that loyalty or whatever. Because remember, I just said like, why not lock her down?
But what I'm saying is, you came on rip. You said she was a friend, right? Or are they in a
I didn't say
relationship?
that. I just said I don't think I ever said friend. I don't think I ever mentioned like who that what they were to each other.
Maybe I thought it
I
was
was
something.
just saying in general, people usually like when you're coming to choose based on this video, it's saying that majority of men choose the easiest path. The person that's been there from the beginning, the person that's gonna give least resistance, challenge him the least, that's who they choose.
That's the only part I disagree with. The challenge, the least part. I do think we choose the path of least resistance because niggas don't want stress. I do think that's true. But the challenge part is the only part I disagree with. All the other stuff he said, bro, I can agree with. It's just the challenge part.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of times you hear like the men that are like super successful or like, are like, leaders and CEOs and stuff, they like always like make these not always, but they make a lot of comments in regards like of they don't want anyone that's gonna I don't want anyone that's gonna talk to me about anything or challenge me. They want you to just look good. Like you hear that
Passive, yeah.
often. I just need a face. I don't need a brain. Like I've literally heard somebody say that. So I mean, I don't, to me, I just think everything has a healthy balance. Like if you know your mate or your husband, whatever, is having like a high stressful time in his life, whether it be with like finding themselves or work or whatever the case may be, maybe you don't want to like, sit up here and go like challenge them about every little thing that they do. Maybe you give them a pass, but I honestly feel like balance is the key to everything. You just have to know when and where. But Shoot, I've heard a lot of men say like, I don't need no arguments. I just want you to just support me in whatever endeavors I want to do. If I want to blow a bag at the casino every night, you shouldn't have nothing to say.
That's going too far. Dog.
What? Some people they don't want you to speak. I've heard it. Like I've heard doctors say it. I've heard them say it.
Kanye West
Man.
said it too.
Yep.
I just think the girl you talking about, Shirley, is usually the homegirl. Where it's like, as soon as you said it, I don't think you did say friend, but it automatically spoke to me as like
Maybe
the
that's what
homegirl
it
that
was.
rides for you. She might like you on the low, but you know what I'm saying? Like she's just there, consistent, lets you do you, ride with you for years. But it's like nothing changes in y'all situation or relationship until another dude comes to try to snatch her up. All of a sudden, now here's the dude like, hold up. That's when you see like things happen. But until then, that's just a homegirl. Like she's just there, and hopefully y'all not smashing. But if y'all are, you really keeping her on the low because she's gonna still be consistent. She's gonna still ride for you. She gonna hope that you're gonna change or make that decision to where it is her. But that's just to me, that just sounds like the homegirl.
Have y'all ever had a situation like that?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm assuming, how did you like handle it? Like, how did you? Because you obviously didn't marry her, so it's
Nah.
like, how did you? I guess in that relation, that friend. Why y'all still friends? Like, how does I don't know? Like, what's going on? Like,
No, no, no.
What's the update?
No, we're not still friends. And you know me, I'm friends with most of my exes. She definitely was one that I felt like was manipulate situations. She was always there, consistent, cooking for me, all that stuff. But yeah, I sound like an F boy. I just remember one time I said, "Hey, basically, don't come through tonight because my ex is gonna be here, and that's it." So, and she was just like, "Okay," and she stayed away. And my ex came, we chilled, we enjoyed, we didn't even smash, nothing like that. And then my ex left. I think the moment my ex left, man, she was blowing me up. I was getting all these text messages. I was like, hey, why are you doing that? Like, why are you hitting me up? Like, I told you exactly what it was. I thought me being honest and upfront was I wasn't pursuing her. We was just cool. We didn't even become this situationship yet, but it was just like I felt like when I was just like, yeah, just fall back. Like, don't hit me up tonight. And she didn't. She just fell back. But she definitely did things to make herself noticeable in my selection case, whatever that is. So I needed somebody to cook, she was there. I needed somebody to help me with something, she was there. I needed somebody to pray with me, she was there. I needed somebody
you
to
say play with you?
pray with me.
Oh, okay.
Pray with me, she was there. Like she was there.
So then,
I
how
wanna.
did you let her down? Like, how did you let
That's
her
what I was
know?
gonna ask. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, my bad. So she hit up the ex that I was with on social media. I don't know how she found her. She did. And basically was like saying like, hey, I need you to fall back off of him because I'm trying to pursue. Called, had a whole conversation. Ex called me, was like, who is this chick talking about? I was just like, why are you even talking to her? Like, to even went to as far as when we did start smashing, told my mom we were smashing. Like, you don't do that. Like, I lost a lot of respect for you when you tell a Haitian mother. I mean, don't get me wrong. My mom came at her. Are you having sex with him? Are you having sex with him? And she just put her head down, like, we done that. Like, I ain't like that. Nigga, lie.
But you know your mom, your mom.
Still lie. That means you ain't got no strength, no backbone. Like you gotta be like, no, it ain't happening. But it was just, I think, but her reasons behind doing it. I know my mom brings fear. I get it, but it's the reason. Like, well, why did you do that? Did you do that to try to like ease the? It's okay that you're around me. Look, your mom accepts me. She knows we're smashing, and she still loves me or still appreciates me. Like, what was your motive behind doing that? What was your motive behind talking to my ex? So, like, are you trying to cut all distractions or all reasons that I would use against you to be like, I'm that girl? Why?
No, yeah, that's crazy. I would never do that.
So
So you told her what? You still ain't tell me how you ended the relationship.
I didn't like that. I think it ended because another dude started pursuing her, and she acted as if the dude was nothing. Like wasn't attracted to the dude at all this other stuff. I'm like, it's a little fishy. Like ain't no dude doing this without some ass or without some type of like he's doing a lot. Like, and come to find out now they're married, So I'm just like,
Ooh,
well,
do you think she settled?
I completely in my heart believe that she did, but I know she convinced herself that she did not. She's
Mm.
one of them who if somebody came out with a sex tape with her and says, "Ain't that you?" She'll be like, "No, that's not me. I don't know who that is." Would literally, like everything about her would be like, "I guess that's not you." They added this girl to be just like you, though. I don't know. She looks like me, but no, that's not me. I don't even know that man. That's how she. That's the part that was just. But that's you. I know it was you because I'm in the tape with you. That was you. Like that. What you were talking about? Like that's the part that I did not. I did not like.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, we don't talk. We don't. I still have her phone number. I have her as such and such name. Do not answer because I don't even want to delete her or block because I don't want her to call from a number and then she, nah.
Cliff, have you ever had any situations where you had to like let a girl know that is, hey, this is just not gonna happen?
Um, I had one in like college. I think I might have had a couple in college, but one sticks out to me more because it was like I don't know. I felt like I was hurting this person. You know what I'm saying? By like letting them off, like letting them down a certain kind of way. But like it wasn't like I ain't see nothing there. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of stuff done for me and all that shit. But like I wasn't seeing nothing there. And maybe that's one of them cases where it was something that was missing in the scenario. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I wasn't ready at the time or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? She was still a good girl. You feel me? Still is now. But something at that point in time, like I said, young niggas, I was on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hmm. Okay, I guess. I guess. I'm not gonna ask Mona because I feel like women turn guys down all the time.
So let me flip it. Let's put it in the scenario of a like you just said with the scenario with the genre, that she might have settled for the other dude. You know what I'm saying? You think that's a scenario that happens a lot frequent to where women get with a dude that they might not necessarily want, but they was friends and close friends with this one person, and then that person didn't end up choosing them, so then they went out, you know what I'm saying, and just say, "Hey, I got this person, I'm gonna settle with that person."
I think people in general go for safety.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, and I think a
Security,
woman,
or
yeah,
women especially. Sorry.
security. Yeah, especially women, because I think men have the mentality of like, I'm gonna go and go get it. Like how John was saying, get this money was his thing for the week. Like that's the our constant mentality is hustle, get it, do better, whatever. And I think some women look for security and safety, and sometimes they will compromise just to have that security and safety. So I think maybe yeah, some people probably settle for that security and safety, and it could be even something where like the person that they did end up choosing or in a relationship with is not even good for them, but because they feel secure and safe, they still stay in that relationship. So I think that's like a number one priority for women. So yeah.
So in that case, since we kind of so we agreeing that men and women settle, bro. If we looking at the video and then looking at the situation with the girls, the video, the dude's not picking the girl they homegirls with, apparently, you know what I'm saying? And those homegirls gotta go for another nigga that settles, so both are settling for something.
Yeah, I just think the reasons for settling are different between gender. I feel
I can see that.
like that video says men are probably going to settle for the path of least resistance and women settle for safety and security.
Yeah. I think it depends. I mean, I think at a certain age too. Like I feel like once women, of course, we like to accomplish things like I feel like a lot like certain things like family and marriage a lot earlier than men. Like that's our a lot not a lot, but most women their focus is family, marriage and that type of situation and early on where men are later on. So I feel like women settle earlier than men would in their like life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
And I think majority of people settle, to be honest. I feel like if majority of people didn't settle, the divorce rates wouldn't be so high.
I feel I think it's about. I don't think it's. I was gonna say about settling, but I think we're using the wrong word, bro. It shouldn't be settling, bro. You getting, you feel me? What fits you the best? You getting what fits you the best.
But I feel like if you're getting what fits you the best, then that's not settling. I think settling is when you
That's
know
not the
that this
word.
doesn't fit you, but you don't think you're gonna find else other out there or this, that's when you settle. Like when
Yeah.
you know it doesn't suit you and you still go for it. But
Mhm.
if you're finding something that fits you the best, to me that's not settling. To me you made a good decision. That was your choice.
Yeah.
So
Or
like
like when people say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut
no,
you
I
off.
was
My bad."
done. Go ahead, I'm done.
Or when like some people say they like some women like will make comments like they learn to love their husband. I don't
Mm.
like don't tell me that shit. Keep that to yourself, nigga.
First
Like
of
do
all,
not ever tell me that.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I was about to
No.
say that. I was
Nothing
about
That's
to
wrong
say
with
not
that.
that.
what you
There's
see. No,
absolutely nothing wrong
I
with
don't
that,
want to
bro.
learn to love nobody. No, you learn
You
to love
have to.
different things about the person as you grow, but I don't like learn to fall in love with you or learn to love you. Like,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
not
Yeah.
I
attracted to
think
the
y'all are looking
person.
at it differently. I think because I see like Jonna and Cliff, and I'm making an assumption I could be wrong, so correct me if I am. But I think you guys are thinking like learn to love, as in like I need to learn what you love and how to please you and how to appreciate you and speak your love language. I think that's what you guys are thinking. Mona is talking about I ain't had no feelings, no connection for you, but I
He has
learned.
a great job and he's
Yeah.
successful. So yes, that's what I'm gonna go with.
I think those
There's
two
no
different things. One's in infatuation and one is actually love. You know what I'm saying? The
Not
no. I'm
even
talking about
infatuated.
no. I'm talking about just learn to accept this person just because of what they can do for you, not because you genuinely. Oh, I love this person. I enjoy time with them. Or there's people that are not even physically attracted to the person that they're with, but they're with them because of what they can bring to the table for them and their kids
Yeah.
and what they can do for their home. And I'm talking about that aspect.
mm,
Okay. Because I was like, there's a lot of arranged marriages that happens, and they gotta
learn
learn
to
to
love
love
the
each
person.
other,
Yeah.
and they make it because their divorce rates ain't nowhere near the number of people who get to
Yeah, because
choose
their
their
family
own.
will disown them.
Yeah, you gotta
They,
think about the
they,
reason.
they,
There's
they, they
No, they
still they
still do
still
it
they
different.
still learn to love. It may take a while, a couple years. Like I'm still learning this man. I'm still figuring out this man. I'm still learning this
Yeah.
woman. I'm still figuring it out. But their work ethic is towards making it work. Where people who have chosen their work ethic is like, if this don't work, I'm still in my good years. I can find another
hmm
one.
Like
Like
that's
the
nigga,
Indian
that's
matchmaker thing.
that's
The
yes,
Indian
that's
matchmaker.
what,
All them people was like all the older ones. They said, "Oh, we've been together 30 some years." All of them was match made. They didn't love each other at first, but they lasted them 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Or them 40 years lasted with each other. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn to love. You got to
but
learn.
that's because it was also either in their culture or back then it was taboo to get a divorce, whether it's because of religion, whatever. Now people are it's more of an option now. Now it's more acceptable, so people are actually using it. And that's why divorce rates are higher now. But
And
if
people
they're
and women could be more
I feel like
independent.
yeah, I feel like in those like for instance, let's say just Indian culture because they still do arranged marriages, right? If it was acceptable in their culture to be divorced, you think that they would still have these high marriage rates?
Yeah, their families
Yes.
disown them. They have no. You said
They
they
very American. They modern just like everybody else. They can get divorces. No Indian people get divorces.
not when it's an arranged marriage.
Now
No,
when it's
not that culture.
Nah, bro. Like they get
No, they
divorces,
can't.
bro. They get divorces, man. They regular people too. They get divorces.
so in the I don't know if they still practice this, but it's called a dowry where the bride's family has to pay the man to marry the Indian woman or whatever. So if first of all, if you get a divorce or you do anything, they would one. It was called burning of the wives because they'll burn the wife if she does something, or like say the
Maybe not
money
at
wasn't
that time.
paid in full or whatever, or like let's say the marriage doesn't work out and you want to get like a divorce or whatever, you gotta pay all that money back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very taboo in their culture to get divorced.
I didn't
They
say it
stick
wasn't
it out
taboo, but they
regardless.
do it. They do it. I didn't say it
I
wasn't
don't know.
taboo. They do it. There's Indian
I don't
people that
know.
got to
But
get divorces.
it's still not acceptable though. So you might have some people that do it and like Mona said, they get disowned, they get shunned, they get whatever, but it's not acceptable. And when it's not acceptable, a lot less people are going to do it. If it was
Divorce is not acceptable.
acceptable,
Every religion
if it
with
was
everybody, people
acceptable
just
in their
do it.
culture, Cliff, if it was acceptable in their culture, the way it's acceptable in the American culture, I'm sure they would have way more divorces.
I don't know. I can't say that, but I just think divorce is unacceptable in every culture. It's more, you know what I'm saying? More people do it in a certain culture, but every culture frowns on divorce, bro.
But not as
Every
much as
culture.
others, though. They don't put the
You're
same
you're
emphasis
talking about it.
on
You're
it.
talking about as much. I'm not talking about as much. I'm not saying
That
nothing.
makes
I'm
a
just saying
difference.
every culture across the board frowns on it. Everybody hates it. Everybody don't want to do
They
it.
do, but the
Everybody say don't do
consequences
it.
aren't as worse for them as it is for us, or what they have to deal with, or the backlash that we would.
You
If
don't get
if
no
if I
backlash.
got if you got divorced in America versus a Muslim person or an Indian person, it's not the same.
I say what I'm trying to say is, of course, it's not gonna be the same. Their culture is completely different.
That's their. That's why they're least
Muslim
likely to
people,
get divorces. That's what
Muslim
we're trying to
people is
say.
probably worse. I'm not talking about the more acceptable thing of it. I'm just saying they do it. More acceptable or not more acceptable. Some of them just still do it. You know what I'm saying?
We never said they didn't do it. All I'm saying is, if it was more acceptable in their culture, I think, me, Shirley,
And I
I
don't agree with
think
that.
they would have a way higher percentage.
And I don't
I
agree
think
with
the
that.
reason
I
why
mean,
they
that's what I
stick
guess
it
we
out
would.
is because it's not an option.
I think that's where we disagree in then, because I don't agree with that. I think just strictly off of, hey, you know what I'm saying? These are the foundations we built family. Like Asian people do the same shit, bro.
Because they'll get
They build
disowned.
families.
Because they would get disowned and shunned.
All right.
Like like, and then also you got to think about, these are also cultures where marriage is like, in the American culture, a woman can say, I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids, and it be okay. They can't say that in the Indian culture and these Asian cultures. Oh no, you getting married, you might get married at 16. No, you're getting married and you're having kids. That's your purpose in life. So it's different. Their culture is different.
I don't think we got enough information on this topic to be speaking on it like that, but I guess.
But anyways, so my next question was going to basically be talking about like the different struggles that we feel like we face in society. And I put on there, what is your biggest struggle as a question mark. So like, for instance, I guess I'll start with the men. What is, because both of you guys are fathers, what is your biggest struggle as a father? Mona, you can think next. What is your biggest struggle as a Black female?
As a father, I think one that's constantly on my head and my mind is like the song that I recommended today. Um, just how you balance everything. Like, how do you balance everything and make sure you there for the kids, but not too on them so they ain't spoiled, but not too far away so they feel your presence and you showing them love here, and then you got to still be the disciplinarian, and then on top of that you got like, I think that's a big back and forth, because I don't know if and I don't think I got the right blueprint to that got it right, even though I had my dad in my life. Like, I don't know if I'm doing the things that's gonna make these kids good men as they get older. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the best that I can, but I'm not sure if what I'm doing is going to actually work out to where they actually good men when they grown up.
You're doing a great job, Cliffy.
Not Cliffy. Oh man.
But why are you still looking like you're thinking, but you're
Yeah,
talking?
Me?
he's frozen.
Oh, I don't
He's
know.
frozen.
But
That's
look at his
weird.
face; it's still moving.
Let me pop him out and pop back in. There we go.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
All right. Yeah. Cliff, fix me up. Don't let me look like that again. Okay. Cool.
I'll stop the
I think is trying to be better than my father for sure. Um, and he wasn't bad at all. At least that's what I thought. You get what I'm saying? It's like when Haitian mothers wise period a lot of times hide a lot of whatever it is of the father from the child. So if the father's late, the father don't have Christmas presents, the father is not providing. Like I know a lot of baby mamas who, unless they hate the baby father, they protect the baby father from looking a certain way until the child actually can come up with their own conclusions, their own stuff. So I think my mom did that a lot, where a lot of the things that was behind the scenes that I thought was one way wasn't that way. So then now when the truth are coming out, now that I'm older, I'm just like, dang, what you mean? He wasn't at any of the births? Like, what do you mean? He wasn't at any? So it's like I'm trying to be present. So I understand he was doing the work of the Lord, and that's all good and gravy. But I think even God, not even think, I even know in the Bible, your first ministry is your family. So to have hear or have seen or put the pieces together to see that that wasn't his first ministry, the church was, it makes me want to make sure that I'm here for my family first before I kind of like choose other stuff. So I'm trying to be way better than him. But a lot of what he did was great. It worked for me, like it was necessary. But I can imagine. I remember him being at one football game, and he was late. So it's just like I don't want to be that father. I want to be that father that's at every football game, regardless. Does that mean it's gonna probably be you're not gonna be, or you might not be at the most. You might not be wearing J's every month or the flyest outfits because I want to be present. Then sure, I'm willing to take that L to do that. I don't want to be that father that provides you with things and luxury lives and vacations, all that stuff, and then I'm nowhere at things that you seem to, find important. Yeah,
I agree with that.
that's like my biggest struggle. But I still want to provide because I'm a provider. But I definitely don't want to have that scene in Love and Basketball. It didn't matter if I was at any of those games. It mattered, Ma. It mattered. It's true.
No, yeah.
All right, what about you, Mom? I think Shirley dropped off.
Oh, I would say like for me, as a black woman, I would say like one, it's like just trying to beat this the stereotype of like, oh, we're always angry. Like I hate that. I hate you're always angry, um, or you guys are just so aggressive. It's not true. We're passionate. We're passionate, and that's what it is. Everyone's not always angry or aggressive. We're just passionate. So I think that's one of the biggest struggles I have to deal with. And then also in the workplace, it's like I mean, we're all black here. I just think that you have to like always work like 10 times harder just to be on the same level as your counterpart, which is just BS. So I definitely feel like I've seen it in my work environment where like maybe someone will like a doctor will think like this nurse is so intelligent just or because they're white and they don't know a thing, or you have more education or experience on certain things than them, but because they're white they are deemed the most qualified or the most more intelligent one. Those are the two things I think I struggle with the most.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Um, do you think on majority of cases it's like that where you say you are trying to like you got to do extra work to be in the same be
Oh
noticed in the
yeah,
same spotlight?
I feel like it. I feel like for black people that's a lot of us deal with that often, whether you realize it or not. I think so.
I guess.
You always have to perform 10 times better to just be considered equal.
I guess. I don't know. I look at it. I never wanted to like give somebody that much power. You know what I'm saying, over myself. Like I always like worked hard. You know what I'm saying, and just bust my ass just for the fact of it, bro. I got what I got. You know what I'm saying. Like I never wanted to give somebody that much power to like, okay, being I got to work 10 times harder just to be noticed, just like the white person. Like I'm not even looking at that white person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going. Like I'm not. I don't
Well,
care. What I got is what I got, and I get what I get. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else. That other stuff wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I got to work 10 times harder in like somebody's mind, I'm not looking at it like that. I'm working hard in general.
well, you don't have to like necessarily let it like affect your. I'm not saying like affect my day-to-day performance. I'm not gonna sit here and each time be like, oh yeah, I'm going above and beyond every time because I want to be considered just like so and so over here. I'm just saying like that's one of the things that I notice. It's not like, okay, let me take away like that I struggle with it. I just don't like it. Like I don't like that. That's the mentality that is placed on a lot of us in the workplace. Because I'm not going to be going above and beyond just to be considered like the same as who so and so over there. I'm just saying it's one of the things that I guess bothers me about the workplace for us, people that look like us.
That was
Sure.
your answer to the black female one, Mona.
No, but my yeah, it is one of them. But like I said, the like always seeing being deemed angry, argumentative, and
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
mine too.
that's really an actual struggle that I can't stand. Like it bothers me a lot. And then I said also like, you know, just in the workplace, just in general, us black people just having to, you know, it's like you have to work 10 times harder to be considered on the same playing field as someone else who's just not as qualified or not as, you know, doesn't even have the same experience or whatever the case may be in whatever field you work in.
I
So
got
those were the two things I mentioned.
I got a question in general for the well, I guess for the ladies. I'll ask. Um, do y'all think it is a? Because I want to because I believe in stereotypes, bro. Like stereotypes is real, bro. You know, because you generalize certain things. So do y'all think it's an actual thing to where they got this argumentative black female thing? Like, did
Oh
y'all think
yeah,
there's
for
actually some
sure.
basis to that?
No, for sure. I do think a lot of women walk around with a chip on their shoulder, like mean mugging, and a lot of people are get defensive and stuff like that. But again, it's not for all women, and I think
That's
all
not
black women,
me, right?
yeah,
That
that's
doesn't
not
apply
me.
for me.
So that would be a struggle because that's for me. My struggle is people always thinking that I'm ready to like argue or get defensive, like I'm like ready to go at it because I am outspoken or I have a certain look on my face. I always hear smile, what are you upset about? I'm not upset. Like, like just that's always a struggle for me that I feel like I have to walk around like this so people don't think I'm upset. Or I have to make sure I really think about how I say certain things so it doesn't come off as me being rude or having an attitude where I feel like somebody else can say the same exact thing, like
But
a white.
why speaking your opinion on something
Why is
or
that even
disagreeing with something,
considered?
why is that considered that I'm angry? Why can't
Yeah,
I just express how I feel? It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
That's what
For
I was about to
instance,
say.
yeah, like,
How you say it, and
no, but
y'all might be saying it in the wrong kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might
no.
be rolling the
Sometimes
neck
it's
or
just like
staying with the
some
attitude. Like I'm just
nope,
saying, they might be.
sometimes people just want to be passive aggressive and with their little
yeah,
microaggressions at work. Like no,
yeah.
because I literally can say like the same thing to Shirley that I or whoever another. Let me not use Shirley because she's my friend. I can say the same thing to one of my black coworkers, and I say the same thing to a white one, and I'm getting two different like reactions or to what I said. Like for instance, there was something at work. It wasn't involving me. I listened to the conversation, and then the first thing the white employee said to the black girl was like, "Why are you so angry? Why?" Because she asked you, "Why didn't you do something that you were supposed to do? Why are you always so
She asked
angry?
her.
Why are you always trying to argue?" No, I
Yeah,
just
She
asked
asked
you a
her.
question. Huh?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's more of the questions. I think it's how you say it. Like it's what you saying.
I
It's how you.
listened to the conversation. I didn't find anything wrong with with she said it or how she said it personally. That's why I said I can say one thing to a black coworker and a white one, and then you want to come and try to be passive aggressive or throw your little, microaggressions to make me feel like I'm doing something wrong because I don't agree with you because I disagreed. Everybody
Anytime
like
you disagree, I feel like as a black woman, anytime I disagree and speak up about what I don't agree with, I'm looked at as an angry black woman, or I'm looked at as I'm being problemsome, or I'm bringing trouble, or why can't you just go with the flow? But if I don't agree, I should be able to voice that without it seeming as if I'm trying to cause a problem.
yeah, be problematic.
I agree with that. The sentiment of that. Um, I remember a situation where, like I said, I'm just saying, maybe it could be that we not looking at it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a situation me and Shirley was talking about where it was something that happened with one of these. It was like the on the work thing, and then it was somebody that she thought was thinking a certain kind of way about her interaction she was having with somebody else. And as we was talking, and I was having given a whole different perspective on how it could be viewed, she started to look at it like, oh, being it might maybe I'm overjudging, or maybe I'm jumping the gun of what this person might actually their intentions might be. You know what I'm saying?
So that situation, the lady made passive aggressive comments. Okay, so that situation, I was working with a client, and
I didn't want to put
her
the
like,
business out there just because of you feel me. You might your work stuff. I don't know
well, no,
how to.
I mean it's fine. I was working with a client, but the person above her is another black woman. So like me and the other black woman, we talk, we laugh, we whatever, and the client does not like it. She made comments like, "Well, what do you guys have to talk about? Like, why are you guys
What?
talking so long?" And like she
What?
always every time I have a conversation with the other lady that's above her, she questions the conversation. So for me, it's like I'm a grown woman. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to, how I want to. Like, there's no need for you to question it. Like, why do you think we're talking about you, or we're talking about? We're not even talking about the work.
And
Like,
that's what I was disagreeing with.
we're legit just talking about like black women living in the, you know what I mean, like just black women stuff, and we connect because we're both black women. But her comments and the passive aggressive comments that she made before, and then the fact that the last time I talked to this woman, she called my boss, and then my boss called me and was like, "Hey, did you have a conversation with so and so? Like, what was that about?" So now you got my boss questioning me about what conversations I'm having. So I was like, your passive aggressive comments, the fact that you went and told my boss I had a conversation and now he's questioning me about it, you got a problem. You obviously have a problem with me talking to this lady.
That
And
ain't
Cliff
even how
was
you
like,
explained it to me.
"Oh, why are you looking at it that way? Maybe it's this, maybe it's that." And I'm like, Cliff, you're right. Maybe I could be wrong because I don't have hard, solid facts. I could be wrong, but this is why I think this way. You're making passive aggressive comments. You even went and questioned my boss of why I'm talking to the person. So that leads me to believe that you don't like me talking to that person, because why else would you care?
Shirley, tell the whole story. She was asking about what? What was she asking about? Did a certain job or task get completed? Right?
No, she was asking,
That's what she told me.
did I debrief with her about the training? And I'm like, why would you ask that? I don't never debrief about the training.
So what did I just say that was different than what you just said? I said asking about a job task, and you just said a debrief. That's a job task.
Cliff, I just mentioned all of the other passive aggressive comments this lady made about why are you guys talking? What do you guys need to talk about? This, and that. And then you go and call my boss and say, "Oh, what is Shirley was talking to so and so about? Did they debrief about the meeting? What were they talking about?" Those were her exact words. So you obviously have a problem with me talking about this lady because you know I don't debrief about the meetings. We've been on this project since months. I never debrief about the meetings. So why would I be debriefing now?
I don't know. I mean, from my perspective, she was asking about the job. Hey, like, is this something that she got done already, or do I still need to do it? That's how I read it when she told me. I was
And
like, okay,
you are very
that's how it came off
entitled.
my way.
You're entitled to your perspective, but I'm actually like living it. Like I actually experienced it. I'm
I
just
was just
telling
giving
you
you.
secondhand about what happened.
Like I said, I was just giving
What?
you the
But why
other
the
perspective that
comment?
I was looking
What
at.
are you guys talking about? That
That's
what is
none of
that?
your
What does that
concern.
matter to you? You should just
None
ask,
of your
did you do the
concern.
briefing or not? Like I don't understand why you care about what we're discussing.
None of your
Shouldn't be
concern.
in there.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think she's just either trying to be included, trying to oversee stuff. Like, I don't like it. But I mean, they shit on the black women so much. Like that whole smile stuff. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. What's crazy? I think that stuff is not going anywhere because even little kids are looking. They'll see me with fear until like they see teeth. Like, oh, okay, he's nice because we see teeth, or okay, he's not the or a mean guy, or I'm not. I don't feel unsafe around him because I saw this. It's like, who taught you that? Like, why are you? That's what you're looking
Afraid of
for. I don't
white people.
know. And I think
And
with Shirley
yeah.
or women that in general, I do this where I think the worst case scenario, even if I am wrong, at least I'm prepared for it if it goes that way. So if shit goes sideways at work, I thought of the worst case scenario, even if it has nothing to do with that. So I think surely you probably just are prepared for like the worst. So if she is passive aggressive, if she is reaching for some stuff that she don't need to be reaching for, at least you're ready for it. You don't want to think about it like Cliff, and then if she shows her true colors, you're like, dang, like I wasn't ready for that because I didn't go to the deepest that it could be. With the information that you got and what you lived, you automatically felt like, okay, this is the worst that it can be, and I'm gonna believe that because now I'm prepared for it mentally in case she tries to flip the switch. Like, so I get it. I understand
And
that.
it's
I
not
would,
even
I
like
would
even
agree with
it's
that.
not even like believing that. It's just I have a mental note. Like, oh, okay, I see what you're
That's
doing here.
better.
Let me
Yeah.
take that's a mental note. I'm still gonna move. I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna do my job. I'm still gonna treat you with respect. I'm still gonna do all of that. But now I have a
Right.
mental like I have another eye open on like what else you could possibly be trying to do here. Like that's just how I look at it. And
Yeah.
but going back to like what you were saying, Jodner, about like showing teeth and this and that, like I feel like a black men have the same stigma, like angry black man. Like people always like feel like a black man is on defense or angry or upset, and I think just black people in general they feel that way about, and we have to be extra nice to show that we're harmless.
I agree with the point where it's you definitely I guess there's a thing where you have to be extra nice to not come off a certain way, but I think where you get to start believing it, that's when you start treating people a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to start having a certain perspective of people, even when that's not even the thing. When you actually believe in it, that's why I was going to disagree with Jotner. You know what I'm saying? When he said, "Oh, being you believe the thing, you're going once you believe something, you're going to actually start moving that kind of way. Or this person they don't like me because of such and such, that my skin color, and they might not even be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
because you believe that white people is on this stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're going to move that certain kind of way too.
And I think we're more intelligent enough to know that these are like case by case. Like I don't generalize all white people. I don't come into a room
I
thinking that
don't
all
either.
white
Yeah.
people are gonna think I'm angry or this or that. But if you show me that, or if you say something like my eye is open to it, I'm aware that it could possibly be that. But I'm not like looking for that or expecting that to happen every single
No,
time.
yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna move and do what I do. But then if you say something or you joke or make a passive, because they love the passive aggressive comments. You
Yeah.
make a passive aggressive comment, then I'm like, oh, okay. Now I see where you're at. Like, but I
Right.
always give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna walk in just thinking like,
Oh,
there's
you automatically think I'm a certain way. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I definitely was in a workplace like situation one time, like and the client was like, "Oh, because they said I wasn't help, I haven't helped them the entire time I was there, and this, that, and the third." And I was like, "Don't lie on me. That's not true. I've been helping you the entire time whenever you needed assistance. So please don't lie on me." So she was like, "Why are you so angry?" I was like, I'm not angry. I'm not angry because I'm telling you I'm not going to accept you saying something about me. That's not anger. I'm not going to agree with it just because you say it. No, no. So, yeah.
I
I
also
was
think
going.
that people like when you disagree or whatever and they start to play the victim, the easiest way to cop out is for them to try to make you look like you're upset. Like that's the easiest way.
I
Like,
was I was gonna bring up a case because I was gonna say me and Shirley have been in arguments and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I disagree with something, and she say, "Why am I so angry?" You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna think it's. I'm just thinking, hey, you know what I'm saying? She just don't know that I'm angry or not. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put it on no certain thing. I'm just gonna be like, oh, she thinks
but
I'm
it's
angry, and maybe my mannerisms or my tone is coming off like that, but I'm not angry. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, you know what I'm saying? It's how you say it. Maybe that person thinking you angry because you coming off saying it a certain way, or your eyes is scrunched up, or you know what I'm saying? You might look angry, and you might not feel angry though.
and that might be the case sometimes, Cliff, but then you also have to be aware that sometimes that's not the case, and sometimes we truly are calm and not angry, and it still just comes off as angry. Like,
Nothing's 100%.
yeah, so you just like, I mean, there's times where I'd be like, dang, did I have a tone? I didn't even think I had a tone or whatever. Like, I didn't think I had a tone, but the other person, I guess, assumed I had a tone or whatever. Yeah, of course, you're going to have scenarios like that. But then you also have situations where, like you just said, you feel like you're very calm and and then I'm like, why are you so angry? Like, but there are situations where people, like John said, you got to show teeth. Like, this is how you got to be. Because if you're not, they think you angry or you mad or you're upset.
I think I'm the most angry looking black man around. I got a very mean face. My mama got a mean face. Um, Shirley always tell me smile more. You know what I'm saying? You got a pretty smile, all this stuff. And my face is always scrunched up. And I don't think any more or less people looked at me a certain kind of way. I mean, maybe they don't say it to niggas though. I don't know. But nobody's ever come to me and be like, bro, why you so angry, bro? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
I don't think yeah, they're not gonna come up to you and
that's what
say
I'm saying.
why
Maybe they
you.
don't come up to niggas and say shit like that, bro. So
And typically, when I'm like walking around in my face, like because I have a mean mug or whatever, and the people that do say, "Wow, why you look so angry?" It's dudes that are trying to holler like that would say something like that.
but
A
that's a
normal
line
person
in though.
come up to me and be like, "Why are you so angry?"
Yeah,
But they will
that's
say it
different
when
though.
they will say it when you like disagree or you stand up or you say something or whatever. They will use that because they let people like to play the victim when you don't agree with them. Like that's the easiest cop out.
I
So
just
yeah.
I think it's more, you know what I'm saying, body language and how it comes off, bro. I think, and I know, just going judging myself. I know judging myself. Sometimes I don't. I be saying something, and in my heart, I'm very calm and peaceful. But Shirley will tell
Sometimes
me
I
my
feel
face
like
is something. Shirley will say my
right.
face is some kind of way, or my tone is some kind of way, and I'll be like, "Oh, me, I didn't think it was like that, and I didn't think it was coming off like that." I said it in the most peaceful, calm heart on the earth, but it looked a certain kind of way. It came off a certain kind of way, and I gotta accept that because maybe my face was scrunched, and maybe I did say it with a little tone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean that tone, or my face didn't mean to get scrunched.
I feel like you think racism and judgments don't exist.
No, 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 I
Like
don't.
I really feel like
Nope,
you always think like, no, it
nope,
can't be that they think you're an angry
nope.
black woman. It's the way you came off.
See, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say none of
I
that.
mean,
I
is that not how you're
definitely,
coming off on the podcast right now? Am I
I definitely know that racism is still existent. The Alabama brawl thing is a freaking damn. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think racism is still in existence, bro. I just think on certain scenarios, certain situations, we jump in mentally because we're so conditioned to thinking racism is here and it's an evident thing. Sometimes people don't be on that, and maybe our face or feature or something happened that actually was making the person think we was angry, bro. I think it's arguments for both sides. We had the argument for being these people are racist. We got to have the argument to take personal accountability on ourselves, bro. Maybe I did come off wrong. Maybe I came off wrong.
it kind of froze a little bit, but I think I heard you. You got it.
I'm just showing both sides, bro. We've been arguing the other one all from the 1800s. White people are racist. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But we got to
You
a
know,
point. We get to a point where we got to take some kind of like. There's a stereotype for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like we agreed to. Black women do have a stereotype of being angry. because a lot of black women are angry. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever reason they are. You know what I'm saying? They are. So why can't we translate that and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe I didn't intentionally come off with a think that I was coming off a tone, but maybe I did. That could be an argument too, bro. We got to argue both sides.
I agree. Good job.
I'm not trying to win no awards.
Mona, can you smile, please? We haven't seen teeth in a while.
I'm angry.
I knew it. Call someone.
I'm angry.
No, but they do be shitting on women though. I don't like how. I think the other day I saw something with, I think pro athletes was talking about how they date white women now because black women didn't show them no attention when they were younger, and that got blasted. Or anytime a black woman does something where it's just, I don't know, they just make y'all look like this certain light, and I'm like, why is this everywhere? Or why are they just promoting this? So I be feeling for y'all sometimes. I just, yeah.
Well, they say black women are the least respected.
Yeah,
Is that what it is? Least respected.
Yeah. The most intelligent, or is it? Yeah, the most intelligent, the least respected. Yeah. I be feeling for y'all. I'm like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I hold stereotypes against black women too though. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I be in a training and it's full of like older black women, I be like, oh Lord, here we go. Here we go.
Everybody's stereotypes, man.
I like, oh Lord, here comes Sue Ann, boy.
What do you say every time you be like, okay, Beam, oh, like you be saying, oh, a Yank funeral and then a Haitian funeral. You be like, oh, Beam, it couldn't be a Haitian funeral. They'll be what? Rolling
That's
all
fact.
over the place,
That ain't
crying
even
on top. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
But
Haitians, but that's our culture. Because Haitians, the reason why they scream and yell out and stuff, they say because if you keep it in, dule aka, troll, whatever. So that's why they scream and let it out. Like that's the culture, that's the mentality.
But that's a stereotype, bro. Not every
that
Haitian
ain't a stereotype.
funeral.
That's a fact. That's not a stereotype, Cliff. What Haitian funeral you been to where nobody yelled? It's literally a fact. Like it's a cultural thing. That's not a stereotype. That's a fact. Because they feel that's the same reason why they tie their waist after a death.
That's different.
The same reason why.
That's different.
No, but I'm saying these are traditions. The way the Haitians act at funerals, that's just a cultural tradition. That's not a stereotype.
I guess I didn't think the yelling was a thing, but if it's a fact, then it's a fact, I guess.
I remember my mom was nice and calm, and then next thing I know, she on the floor screaming and rolling. And then she get back up, she dusts herself off, and she nice and calm.
Continue.
Again. And I'm like, mommy. She's like, baby, like I can't do that. Oh, we would be at 2 funerals. I'm like, these Haitians, boy, hilarious. All right, so those were all my questions, guys.
Short show. That's a short show.
Sure, we had an hour and 11 minutes. What?
Right, 8 o'clock. It's perfect.
Oh, okay. So you never flipped the thing. Like I know you talked about us men being on the side to where, if we had a home girl. But have y'all been in a situation where you were that home girl waiting, or somebody?
I've never been in a situation where I was like the homegirl waiting for the guy or whatever. So no, I've never been in a situation like that. But I have been in a situation where like someone really like liked me and wanted me, and I just didn't see it there, but they were like a good friend. Obviously that friendship didn't last because that's not really what the person wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like I think men are different. Like I think women are gonna stick around with the hopes of changing a man's mind, Whereas a man, once you let it, like, I'm very outspoken, so like, nah, this is not gonna happen. They kind of just go about their business. They might stick around as like a little slight friend just in case. But for the most part, they go about their business. Whereas women try to like keep doing things to prove themselves and change the guy's mind. So I think there's a little bit different.
You think it's two different? Well, you did say it's two different things, but do you think it's because the woman actually kind of sees the good in the dude that he might not be on that time yet, but she actually see the good in the dude and then want to be with that good, and then on the dude's end, he sees the good girl and he might just be on the side like, oh, he might want to just smash or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then because I think judging by the fact that niggas fall off, you know what I'm saying, after a girl will be like telling them no, you know what I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah, most
that's
likely it's
probably
because
a
he wanted
sign
to
that he
see.
probably was trying to smash anyway.
Yeah. Most likely he wanted to smash. And then I also think male ego too. Like if a man really likes a woman and she's not on that or whatever, I think they'll stick around for they'll be like the whole friend zone thing. I think they'll get friend zone for a while, but then after like their ego will be like, nah, I'm not dealing with this. Or I think a woman would stick around way longer than a man would.
For sure, I agree.
I agree with that.
But
Because
I never been that friend though. I mean, I never been that girl. But I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, I've never had like I don't know, I guess maybe too like I've always had the mentality of I'm not in the business of changing a man's mind. Like I've always had that mentality. Like if you want to be with me, we can be together. If you don't want to be with me, I'm not gonna try to there's nothing I can do that's gonna make you want to be with me. You know what I mean? Like I've never been like to me it has to be like organically we have to organically be attracted to each other, and if that's not there then that's just not there. Like there's nothing I can do to change that. Like to me attraction is a very big thing, and I just don't believe in the whole oh it can grow later or no, I don't believe in that.
so do you think attraction? You talking attraction physical or like
Both.
what, emotional or okay?
Yeah, both
Okay.
emotional, physical, all of that. I feel like something has to be there. I don't think it's something that can just develop over time. Like if something has to be there to pique your interest to make you even want to continue and develop over time. And if it's not there, I'm good. Like I am not in the business of changing your mind. If it happens organically, sure, but I'm not going to do anything on my end to change your mind.
Man, that's hilarious. Okay, I
Like,
just
yeah,
wanted to ask that. I just wanted to ask about the flip side. I was like, have y'all been? I know y'all know women who's been that girl because I
yeah,
know both of y'all mentality a little bit or your characteristics. I could see y'all telling y'all homegirls, "Girl, why are you doing this? Can't you see it's this? Girl, why are you doing this? Can't you see it's that?" I could see that in both of you guys
I'm
telling friends or people that y'all know who have been that homegirl, trying to
I
take
think
them
we've
out.
all been in that situation where
Yeah,
you were like, some of your friend got to be like, "Girl, get it together." If like this is not it. I mean, I've been there, but not in that particular situation. Like
Hmm.
on the sideline, friend doing all these
gotcha.
things for a man, and they've never even shown you that they like want you in that kind of
yeah.
way. I've never done that, but we've all been in situations where you know your friend got to be like, "Bro, that ain't this girl. That's not the one. Open your eyes."
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a friend where I'm like, "Oh, why are you he don't like you, why are you doing all of this?" Da, 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 da. It's more so like this relationship is not good for you. Why are you doing all of this? And
Yeah,
I think maybe it's, again we attract like-minded people. So I think a girl that would act like that would irritate me, so they wouldn't be my friend. Yeah. And you attract certain personalities in friendships. Like again, like-minded. So like for me, a girl like I'll be like, girl, have some respect, have some cool, like you're worthy. You don't need him. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of my friends are like confident enough that they wouldn't do stuff like that. Like, I guess, yeah.
That's good.
yeah.
I like that. Makes sense to me.
But yeah. That's all I had, folks. It was great. Thanks for
You got a article or a book or listen now you
Ooh.
want to try to do?
I do have a book. I did just finish a book called The House Across the Lake. It was another Riley Sager mystery book. And it was about a lady who witnesses. Oh yeah, thank you. It's about a lady who witnesses what she believes to be like a murder across the lake. Like she lives on a lake and she can see like in other people's houses and she witnesses like a murder. Nobody really takes her seriously because she's like a former actress that's like a drunk. So nobody really takes her seriously. But it's a lot of twists and turns. I feel like I can't really tell because then you'll know what happened in the book. But
Was
it's a
that a movie? Did they
No.
make it a movie? I swear I watched something similar on Netflix. But this
Oh,
lady was she lived across the street. She thought she witnessed a murder. And I said that she was drinking heavy because something happened. And okay. But it wasn't a lake. It was just in a regular
I think
neighborhood.
I know what you're talking about. Cliff, did we watch a little bit of that where she was like she saw a murder across the street? It was like a white lady, drunk, skinny. I know I know what you're talking about, Mona. I think I watched like the first episode of that.
What was it? What was that white the white lady actress?
I can't remember. It was on Netflix. I can't remember.
But it was a popular
It sounds
actress.
similar.
Yeah, but this one, he recently wrote this, and it kind of like had a lot of twists and turns on like what actually happened. And then like it's a good book. It's a good mystery. It's just a lot to explain, but it's a good mystery book. I'm currently reading a book called The Black Cake, which is about, I guess, a black cake is like a traditional cake in the Jamaican culture. And it's about this lady who died and she left this will and testament for her twin kids, and the lawyer's like reading everything, and it's just pretty much showing like how the twins didn't really know their mother's history or life. Like they just know what the mother told them, but they didn't really know like everything that the mom been through in life, and she was just explaining everything that she's been through and all this stuff, which was really good. I like that because like my mom recently has started to open up to me about things that she's gone through. And I just feel like growing up, and I don't know if this is the same for y'all, but growing up, I didn't have conversations like that with my mom. Like the conversations I had with my mom were more so like, you do this, you do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like I never really knew my mom. You know what I mean? Like her personality, knew what struggles she went through, knew about her childhood or her teenage years. We never had those conversations. How she met my dad, I didn't know none of that. So like that book kind of resonated with me because like my mom is starting to open up more. Like I just learned a lot about my mom recently. So like I don't know. So good book.
Sound good. All right. Anybody want to have some last words or solution to the question at hand that was posed on this topic? This episode. What is the solution?
I think the solution is to continue to do you and don't care what anybody thinks, because the moment you start caring about other people think, then it alters your path in life. If people think you're an angry black woman, then you're an angry black woman. But keep doing you, keep working. Y'all keep trying to be good fathers, and also just have some grace on yourselves too. That's another thing. I'm big on grace and mercy, and just continue to do you and don't care what other people think. That's my solution.
I don't know about that grace stuff. Grace leaves you stagnant. Got to keep on going. Keep on going. More pressure.
Yeah, but you can't beat yourself up though.
Yeah.
That's all. You can't beat yourself up. You can keep going, but just understand that you're human.
Yeah, you can't live in that.
So that's
Anybody else?
No.
Yeah, that was good.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so
I heard you.
that was Convos at Brunch.
John, I heard you coming up with the questions next time.
Who?
I
Don't do that. I'm off the wall. Like, don't do that.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm off the wall.
Good. It'll make an interesting episode.
Right. You got 2
Make
weeks
an
to think
interesting
about it. Go for it.
Oh gosh. All right, I'll take that challenge.
There we go.
I'm gonna make Ness jump on with me. She be having some good stuff to say.
Awesome.
Okay.
Word of marriage.
I like it.
Nah, ain't gonna be about marriage.
No, I meant the more the
Merrier.
Oh, okay. My bad. You're right.
What?
I don't know. Okay.
That Miami-Dade education. I've been trying to tell y'all.
Here.
Something about y'all South Floridians.
I love it though. Okay.
But all right, that was another episode of Convos at Brunch. Appreciate y'all for joining. Thank you guys again. We
Woo.
signing off.
Yes, good episode.